5th over. One more over of power play left. It's 54 without a wicket.
দেশের যে কোনো প্রান্তে ঝকঝকে ছবি আর ক্রিস্টাল ক্লিয়ার সাউন্ডের বেস্ট এক্সপিরিয়েন্স পাবেন একমাত্র আকাশ ডিজিটাল টিভি। শুধুমাত্র আকাশই জানে টিভি দেখার মানে।
মিল্ক সোপার এর মিল্ক লোশন প্রতিবার গোসলের পর আমার ত্বক রাখে নরম ও মসৃণ।
Well, if you're watching us live, you're watching us on these platforms: T Sports in Bangladesh, Fan Code in India, Geo Super in Pakistan, Crick Buzz in the MENA region, Willow TV in the US and Canada, and of course on the Sports Eye YouTube page everywhere else in the world. First 5 overs. They belong to Bangladesh. Can Heather bring that all-important breakthrough?
Especially they need to get the wicket of Liton Das because he did not had a great season 2024 as well as 2023. Short of runs, short of form. We need to break a partnership.
Good delivery from Heather, and Liton looking to maneuver that towards square leg. A risky shot indeed from Liton, and again just that sign that he's not at his fluent best in this series.
Absolutely. Short of runs and that extra added responsibility of leading the side just taking a toll on Liton Das.
Well, we know that he is a special cricketer, extremely talented, a match winner for Bangladesh. Very sensible. They take a quick run, and in this important fixture here tonight, and also when they move to Pakistan after this, Liton Das is going to have a very crucial role to play for Bangladesh.
This is a very good opportunity for Liton Das to get some runs, get his form back. The masterclass partnership between these two batters, timing, placement and intent. An excellent piece of batting, sensible piece of batting. He was struggling. The best thing he did was rotate the strike.
And he's got that freedom because Tanzir Hassan is batting at a different level altogether. So he's got the liberty of spending some time in the middle and pacing his innings. Gets those runs under his belt. Beautiful. Again, a shot of authority from Tanzir Hassan. And fours continue to come from the bat of the southpaw.
Not learning from their mistakes, other bowlers of UAE. Easy going for Tanzir Hassan. It was in his radar and playing with the field. Clearing that mid-off with ease. Not a good field placement and not bowling as per the field is Haider Ali.
Yeah, just too full from Haider. And been taken to the cleaners by Tanzir Hassan. He moves on to 45. A full toss. It's gone out of here. And what a grand way to bring up his 50. Tanzir Hassan has got that in just 25 deliveries. And he's on fire in the Sharjah Cricket Stadium.
No Parvez Imon, but they do have Tanzir Hassan rising to the occasion here. A looser, what a hit, in command, and a maximum to get to his 50, and looking dangerous with the bat is Hassan.
He knows it's a special moment. The dugout too elated by his performance. Will take a single on the last ball. And the run fest continues for Bangladesh in the second T20 international. 6 overs done, 66 without a wicket.
রাধুনী স্বাদ মিশালি, স্বাদ হবে দুর্দান্ত।
ম্যাজিক হার্বাল টুথপেস্ট এর শক্তিশালী 14টি হার্বাল উপাদান দূর করে দুর্গন্ধ সৃষ্টিকারী দাঁতের সমস্যা কোনো কৃত্রিম রং ফ্লেভার ছাড়াই।
ইয়েস, চলেন আজকে একটা ম্যাজিক দেখাই।
Well, the power play was done, 66 on the board for Bangladesh, 14 dots so far. But look at those fours and sixes. 9 fours, 3 sixes already. And they've got another 14 overs to make merry. 200 on the cards here, Mudassir. As of now, it clearly looks that it's going that way.
Oh, wickets in hand, definitely. They'll be looking to go beyond 200. 6 over 66. With that signal, it's the end of the power play. Some relief for UAE. Spread field, Dhruv will continue here.
Well, the projection says 220. And that's going to be a staggering total if they get there. But as you rightly pointed out, Mudassir, now they've got 4 fielders on the boundary ropes. Now they get another one, so 5 on the boundary ropes now. A square leg, a deep mid-wicket, long on, long off, and deep covers. So Dhruv will look to get a wicket, but also at the same time, I think the priority right now has to be bowling boundary-less overs.
Dot deliveries, all he need to do is bowl as many as dot deliveries, couple of good overs. You can put that pressure on the batter, but as of now, Dhruv, he is feeling the heat.
Starts off well. Outside off, nicely played, worked away towards the extra cover. This should be 2 runs, and Litton will get back on strike.
Really working hard to get those runs, but at the same time, good to see he's not giving his wicket away. He knows his partner, the young Tanzid Hassan, getting those quick runs. A power-packed performance from Tanzid Hassan. But for UAE, Dhruv needs to provide that breakthrough. He looks in control. Now Litton Das with those couple of runs.
Slower in the air. Only a single is what they'll get. Variations, the need of the hour for UAE, especially from the spin bowlers. There's not a lot of purchase for the spinners on this wicket. It looks like a belter of a track. Balls coming on to the bat pretty nicely. So for Dhruv Parashar, it's going to be important to change his pace and keep the batters guessing. Not going to be easy. They've got a left-hand, right-hand combination. And that always is a challenge for the bowler.
I reckon they missed a trick looking at the surface. It was really hard. As a fast bowler, I was expecting the UAE fast bowlers to hit the deck hard, surprise the batter with those bouncers, but going for those fuller deliveries, and they were rightly punished.
And not a bad over, this one. So far, 5 runs off it, 1 more ball to go. Quicker, flatter, it's in the air. Won't go all the way. Sagir overruns on that occasion. And that'll be the end of the over as well. 2 runs on the last ball of the over. 7 overs bowled, 72 without a wicket.
জীবনটাকে জমিয়ে তুলুন যেদিনই খুশি আর খুশির আয়োজন মানেই চাষি চাষি সুগন্ধি চিনি গুঁড়া চাল
মেরিল মিল্ক সোপার এর মিল্ক লোশন প্রতিবার গোসলের পর আমার ত্বক রাখে নরম ও মসৃণ।
Four bowlers used so far. None of them successful in terms of wickets. They've been expensive too. The pick of the bowlers for UAE is Haider Ali, who's bowled 3 overs, given away 21 runs. But the others, well, they've been expensive and they haven't been able to break through this partnership. It's going to be the debutant, Sagir Khan, coming into bowl. We've seen a lot of him at the domestic circuit. He's played in the DP World T20 as well. And what a moment this is for Sagir Khan. A genuine all-rounder. and will have a big role to play for UAE.
Oh, we have seen the rise of Sagir Khan here in UAE domestic circuit. A true all-rounder. A big opportunity. The team is in trouble. You're bowling your first over of your career. Strike.
Starts with a short delivery. It's a mistimed hit, but will land safely. That's a good first ball to be bowling from Sagir. Looks really warmed up. Looks really excited.
This is what needs to be done as a fast bowler. There's nothing much for the bowlers, but you need to adapt to the conditions, hit the deck hard, keep on bowling those bouncers.
Yeah, and watch out for his variations as well. He's developed a lethal slower delivery. The one that he bowls full, it's almost a slow Yorker, which he has worked on. And if he can get that right, he will definitely trouble the batters of Bangladesh. Exciting prospect for UAE, Sagir. But what a performance this has been from Tanzid Hasan. 54 of 28. This is a great battle between bat and ball. This time he bowls a slower, shortish delivery. So he's got variations and he's showing them up front.
He has that vast experience of playing so many games in domestic circuit, getting an opportunity to represent UAE national side. A proud moment wearing that color jersey, a proud moment for his family and also for his domestic team owner. They always backed and supported this boy.
On the pads, an over-ambitious appeal from Sagir that was clearly missing the sixth stump. But no harm in just trying to put some pressure on the batter. So far, so good for Sagir Khan.
Coming around the wicket and clearly going down that leg stick, but good start. Talking about those boundary-less over. The previous one going for 6 runs and now so far just 1 run conceded by Sagir. It's a very good opportunity to get better of Liton Das here.
Another aerial shot and it's gone the distance. That was innovation from Liton Das. Outside off and he's managed to pull it for 6.
Definitely this hit will help the confidence of Liton Das. Picking from way outside the off stump, though there was a fielder station. But what a connection. Those strong wrists comes into play. The first maximum for Das.
And nothing much Sagir could do with that shot. It was outside off. He was expecting Liton to play that over extra cover. But Liton just had different plans. He moved on to 23. He's slowly getting into the groove. And that's good news for Bangladesh. Not so good for UAE. Short and wide. Doesn't come from the meat of the willow for Liton Das, but he'll get a single.
What a start provided by these two. This partnership is turning into a real headache for Mohammad Wasim. Those boundaries, rotation of the strike has been brilliant. Taking those singles and doubles. I think you need to have someone like Wasim or Alishan just come and bowl 1 or 2 overs.
Yeah, it's a great gamble that they'll have to take. But desperate times call for desperate measures. That's uppishly played. It was not in the slot, but he's manufactured that from nowhere. And he's got a boundary. We'll have to wait for the umpire's confirmation. But that's such a great hit from Tanzid Hasan. Still waiting for the umpire's confirmation.
It wasn't a bad delivery, but extraordinary shot, knowing where exactly the fielders are positioned, no long off, and taking full advantage of that. And it's a 1 bounce, I believe, from this angle. It's 4 runs.
Yeah, they'll just want to check that. I think it's pitched. It's just just before the boundary ropes, missed by a few inches. And now there you go, this confirmation from Shiju Sam. It's a boundary, and that's the end of the over. 8 overs, 85 for no loss.
ফ্রেন্ডরা খের বলে কয়ে আসে ভাগ্যিস ফ্রিজে মাংস ছিল আর ছিল রাঁধুনি রেডিমিক্স মাংসের মশলা, ব্যাস হয়ে যাবে ঝটপট দারুণ রান্না।
বাইরের সহজ সরল মানুষ পায়া জিনজিরা টিভি ধরায় দিতে হবে।
দেশের যে কোনো প্রান্তে ঝকঝকে ছবি আর ক্রিস্টাল ক্লিয়ার সাউন্ডের বেস্ট এক্সপিরিয়েন্স পাবেন একমাত্র আকাশ ডিজিটাল টিভি। শুধুমাত্র আকাশই জানে টিভি দেখার মানে।
Well, this is the Walton UAE versus Bangladesh T20I series back live, and both these batters are looking an ominous touch. Not a bad toss to lose, but that's the brave new face of Bangladesh cricket. Fearless and ruthless in the middle. Very good evening, Ahmed Khwaja.
Much appreciated, Mikhail. Thank you. This has been slashed over point. Sweeper cover will eventually rein it in. And there's some confusion in the middle, but the throw is at the wrong end, and a lucky escape coming in for Litan Das.
And this is where I feel UAE need to grab their chances. They've dropped a very simple catch a couple of overs ago. Javadullah Khan had shot fine. They need to be more alert, more aware of where the batters are.
Yeah, reaching for the ball outside off. Didn't quite time it as well as he would have liked, but Tanzeed not responding to his captain's call, and even Aryansh was a bit late to react, had to get the glove off. Well, 124 runs is the best opening partnership for Bangladesh in T20Is, and safe to say that this pair is within range here, Mikhail.
Oh yes, and just putting things into perspective now that you brought about numbers, in that last game Bangladesh hit 13 sixes and 9 fours. They've already eclipsed the fours in the first 8 overs. They've hit as many as 3 sixes, but they'll come by, but they've already eclipsed the previous boundaries of the previous outing as well. So they've been on the hunt. I like this approach. You had Parvez Imran Hussain benched, and Tanzid says, I'll take over. Healthy competition brewing in this Bangladesh side, and they're building towards a very strong team.
Absolutely, this is the demand of T20I cricket in this decade, in this period. We've seen the high scores building up in the IPL as well in particular. You have to go hard, and that is what they've done very well. It's not about the dot balls or the singles. You need to have a large volume of sixes hit when you're batting 20 overs, and that is exactly what Bangladesh are trying to develop under the captaincy of Litan Das.
You can practically see what Litan is trying to do. He's trying to create a secure environment, giving everybody chances, trying to build a strong team across all bases and lines. You have a century maker who's been benched. You have a batter who has the best of 67 not out today. He's batting on an unbeaten 59. Tanzeed. So opportunities galore. And this is a good way forward. Remember, they go to Pakistan for the 5 T20 internationals.
Absolutely. It's a very long summer coming in for the Bangla Tigers, and a very good start so far. Decent effort at extra, but will skip beyond the fielder, and they will pick up 2. So UAE just not able to get a lid on the proceedings here. They just can't clamp down on the runs, whether it's boundaries or these singles or doubles being leaked here. They need a modicum of control in this passage of play.
To keep it simple, they need a wicket. They need a breakthrough now. This partnership is worth 90. They're going at 10 and over 10 and over. Looking to go big on this one. Just felt he got some bat on it.
Yeah, big inside edge on that one. The quicker one from Dhruv Parashar. Seam up. Let's take a look here. Just angled it in, and he was looking for that heave towards square leg. 2 fielders posted there, but still had the confidence to challenge them. Not quite at his fluent best just yet, Litan Das.
Yeah, but he's hanging around. That's important. He's not throwing it away. His shot selection has been good. He's lacked the timing, but that's fairly understandable. He's promoted himself today in the batting order. What a partnership. Takes it on the full. Just the 4 runs coming off it. It's been a tidy one by Dhruv. 9 gone. It's 90 for no loss.
ক্যাম্পাস কিংবা হলে খুদা পেলেই চলে। টেস্টিং সল্ট মুক্ত দারুণ স্বাদের চপস্টিক।
সবার জন্যই ভালো চপস্টিক ইনস্ট্যান্ট নুডলস।
আকাশ
মাস নিয়ে এলো সুপার ক্যাশব্যাক অফার। 1499 টাকা রিচার্জে 501 টাকা ক্যাশব্যাক আর 499 টাকা রিচার্জে 101 টাকা ক্যাশব্যাক। তো আকাশই জানে টিভি দেখার মানে।
মেরে মিল্ক সোপার এর মিল্ক লোশন প্রতিবার গোসলের পর আমার ত্বক রাখে নরম ও মসৃণ।
A wonderful message coming in from our title sponsor. Walton respects the Bangladeshi expatriates in the UAE whose hard work strengthens our nation's economy. And certainly, of course, we have a big South Asian diaspora, not just Bangladesh, but India, Pakistan, Nepal, all reside in the UAE and all have left their mark in the progress of this wonderful nation that has brought us all together.
Yes, everyone's doing the hard yards, much like how the players are doing it in the middle as well. And on a Monday, we get to see a substantial crowd turning up as well at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. He's picked that up, found the fielder, straight down his throat. And that's the first wicket. And the first wicket for a very talented Sagir Khan as well. It's a special moment for him, but Tanzid perishes in his bid to accelerate.
Yeah, well-directed short ball there from Sagir Khan. No mistakes made, thankfully, in the field. And fair delivery as well. That has been a point of contention in the previous game. No issues at all. Was a clean connection, but the fielder was posted exactly where the ball was heading. Matiullah making no mistake. And delight for Sagir Khan. Wicket on his debut. Tanzid Hassan with a fabulous knock. 59 of 33, but UAE are back in the game. 90 for 1.
মুরগির মাংস খাবো। ছেলেটার এই মুরগির আবদার নতুন কিছু না, তাই বাসায় রাখি রাঁধুনি রেডিমিক্স মুরগির মাংসের মশলা। ব্যাস হয়ে যাবে ঝটপট দারুণ রান্না।
ডেঙ্গু, ম্যালেরিয়া, চিকনগুনিয়া মশা সহ সব মশার বিরুদ্ধে সুরক্ষা দিতে এলো এক্সট্রিম অ্যারোসল। বসুন্ধরা এক্সট্রিম অ্যারোসল, মশার বিরুদ্ধে এক্সট্রিম সুরক্ষা। বাহ,
জীবনটাকে জমিয়ে তুলুন যেদিনই খুশি, আর খুশির আয়োজন মানেই চাষি। চাষি সুগন্ধি চিনি গুঁড়া চাল।
10 দলের হাজারটা ক্রিকেটীয় মুহূর্ত, আইপিএল উন্মাদনায় শিশু থেকে বুড়ো, টং দোকান থেকে 5 তারকা হোটেল, টি স্পোর্টসে আইপিএল এ মেতেছে সবাই। 10 দল, 74 ম্যাচ, 1 ট্রফি। আইপিএল 2025 দেখুন শুধুমাত্র টি স্পোর্টসে।
Welcome to the cricket show.
What a win!
নিউজিল্যান্ডকে কাঁদিয়ে ভারতের ট্রফি জয়।
নাইম শেখ 176 রান ইনিংস খেললেন, বিপিএল এ ভালো খেলেছেন।
ওই 4 ছক্কার ওই ধুন্ধুমার লড়াইটা কিন্তু দর্শকদের আসলে বিপিএল এর প্রতি এবার টেনেছে।
টেস্ট ক্রিকেটে উইকেট কিপার ব্যাটসম্যানদের মধ্যে একমাত্র মুশফিকেরই 2টা ডাবল সেঞ্চুরি আছে।
So back live after the strategic timeout. A lengthy opening stand disrupted by Sagir Khan picking up the wicket of Tanzid Hassan, but what a fabulous knock it's been from the dashing left-hander.
Oh yeah, the 24-year-old got to his 4th T20I century. He was in smash mode and he was just hitting the ball everywhere, all parts of the ground. Authoritative, audacious and in complete control of things as well. Quite a few home runs coming from his bat, and he missed out yesterday, but today he says, I'll make it count.
Really is very prolific towards that long leg, square leg region. Likes to stand upright and deliver from the crease. And that was his dismissal. Did nail it, but unfortunately picked out the fielder at long leg, Matiullah Khan. Right then, Najmul Hussain Shanto will be the man coming in at number 3, former captain, of course. Handed over the reins to Litan Kumar Dash last year, so he can focus on his batting now.
Just like the way Sagir Khan has turned up this evening, I'm told that was his first T20 wicket altogether across all competitions.
Yeah, he did appear for the Gulf Giants in the DP World IL T20, but was used sparingly. He's all hustle and bustle, is Sagir Khan. Excellent record for Shanto in T20 Is as well. But that strike rate certainly needs to improve. He's too good a player to be going at 109 and per 100 balls. Oh, excellent Yorker. Caught him by surprise. They will sneak a quick single. Talking about Sagir, he's a very energetic cricketer, attack-minded with the bat, with the ball. He just believes in offense. He bowls those attacking lines, will leak runs on occasion, and with the bat, he also likes to clear the fences at will. So UAE have done well to strengthen their batting and also given a slight boost to their seam bowling resources as well tonight.
You need depth in T20 cricket, be it your bowling or batting. Very exciting, good, nice, smooth run-up, and can be very, very deceptive after bouncing. The ball can climb onto the batters as well. Very early in his spell. That's a bit of a delivery that surprised maybe even me over here.
Attempted slow ball there. He does bowl that hanging off cutter that dips on the batter. Just slightly too high on that occasion. Slipping out. And yeah, Litan Das got the fright of his life there.
What just happened? Litan Das would be telling himself. Three fielders on the off inside the circle. There's no deep third. That's the delivery I've been talking about. He gets good climb and carry. Does get the ball to pitch on the seam as well.
Yeah, he's slight of build, but he catches you by surprise by that kick he gets off the surface. Has a very good wrist action on the ball and can get that ball to reverse as well. So all round, truly is a very, very good prospect for the UAE, and delighted that he's finally gotten the nod for the national team. But it's about putting it all together, isn't it? All of these lads have a lot of talent. It's about putting it all together at this level.
Slow delivery, too predictable on that occasion. Yes, all the pieces need to come together. Sagir Khan getting a go in this game.
UAE doing well to bounce back and come back into this game. Couple of quiet overs. That is what was required.
He's done well. Jersey number 42.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a reason or a history behind that as well. Coming around the wicket to the left-hander.
At this passage of play, UAE need to capitalize and pull things back. Very good over. Just the 4 runs coming. 94 for 1 after over number 10.
ভাই কি হয়েছে আপনার? হাতটা একটু অবশ অবশ লাগতেছে। ভাই এটা তো স্ট্রোকের লক্ষণ।
ভূগোল ডাক্তারের উপর ভর করে আর কতদিন চলবেন? আতঙ্কে দুঃখী নয়, সুখীতে গিয়ে ডাক্তারের পরামর্শ নিন। স্বাস্থ্য সেবার সব সমাধান সুখীতে।
সবজি খেয়ে মনে বাজে তালি।
কি মিশালি?
রাঁধুনি শাক মিশালি, রাঁধুনি শাক মিশালি।
রাঁধুনি শাক মিশালি, স্বাদ হবে দুর্দান্ত।
Well, there you have it, another edition of our Sports Eye YouTube Super Contest. You can watch the broadcast on YouTube Sports Eye channel, subscribe and answer the simple questions to win phones every 10 overs and a signed match ball by the winning captain. What is Bangladesh's highest score in T20 internationals? Mikhail Vaswani, willing to give us some hints?
I'm more interested in the phone, Ahmed. Takes it on the fall. Launches this one over long on, challenges the fielder and clears with consummate ease. Shanto has found the middle of the bat.
Well, that was an absolute gift from Dhruv. Hanging full toss after a quiet over, allowing Shanto the release shot, and a player of his caliber is not going to miss out. Easy pickings, and long on was just a mere spectator. So 100 is raised with that boundary. They got 103 at the 10 over mark a couple of evenings ago. So they're pretty much on course. Better delivery, just dipping on him. But now that early boundary puts pressure on the bowler rather than the batters.
It certainly does. Look at the projected scores. They'll be eyeing somewhere in between 193 and 204. I did speak to Liton Das at the toss and I asked him, what's the score you're looking at? Because they got 190 in the previous game. He said 170. Too conservative, too modest, I said.
Yeah, just keeping our expectations grounded, but I'm sure they're looking for 200 plus. Lovely back cut. There's a long chase for the sweeper. Does well there. But does seem like Liton Das is now finding his range. Now he's keeping that scoreboard ticking. Dangerous customer. He can hit sixes at will. He's been there, done that for Bangladesh in the past. Not been a great outing for Dhruv Prashar. I think the areas where he's pitched the ball, he certainly needs to work on that. Bowled a bit too full for my liking.
That's in the gap. And they'll race away for a 4. Liton Das has been patient this evening and he's bringing in all his experience. The runs continue to flow from the bat of both these batters.
Well, this will be frustrating for Mohammad Wasim. His front line finger spinner is not getting it right. Too short, too wide. And love the way he carved the ball behind point to pick that gap. Absolutely no chance on this outfield.
Yeah, there's a problem here. He began with a full delivery that went for a 6. This was short and wide in the gap. 10 runs without much fuss in the middle for Bangladesh. Another full delivery, just puts it too long off to get to the other end.
Yeah, the spinners have not been effective today. Haider Ali bowled in the power play, did what he could. But where does Mohammad Wasim turn? Concerning signs for Lalchand Rajput, head coach of UAE. We're looking at yet another big run chase in the offing for the home team.
Calling for 2. This is superb running. Just like the way they communicated. And they've amassed 16 runs of over number 11. It's been a highly productive one here for Bangladesh. He'll breathe easy. It's 1-1-0 for 1.
হার্বাল টুথপেস্ট এর শক্তিশালী 14টি হার্বাল উপাদান দূর করে দুর্গন্ধ সৃষ্টিকারী দাঁতের সমস্যা কোনো কৃত্রিম রং ফ্লেভার ছাড়াই।
ইয়েস, চলেন আজকে একটা ম্যাজিক দেখাই।
বাইরের সহজ সরল মানুষ ভাইয়া জিনজিরা টিভি ধরায় দিতে হবে।
দেশের যে কোনো প্রান্তে ঝকঝকে ছবি আর ক্রিস্টাল ক্লিয়ার সাউন্ডের বেস্ট এক্সপিরিয়েন্স পাবেন একমাত্র আকাশ ডিজিটাল টিভি। শুধুমাত্র আকাশই জানে টিভি দেখার মানে।
আমি মুরগির মাংস খাবো। ছেলেটারই মুরগির আবদার নতুন কিছু না, তাই বাসায় রাখি রাঁধুনি রেডিমিক্স মুরগির মাংসের মশলা। ব্যাস হয়ে যাবে ঝটপট দারুণ রান্না।
And watch out for Rishad Hussain, the leggy. He was striking at 185 plus in the Bangladesh Premier League, so he can certainly tonk the ball far and wide. UAE need to build some dot ball pressure here.
Right, Ahmed, you like your numbers, I must admit.
Well, cricket is a game of numbers and angles, that's what I've heard. And the numbers are certainly favouring Bangladesh at the moment. Matiullah Khan coming back into the attack from the Bukhatar end. So Wasim rolling the dice, going to his ace speedster to break this partnership.
He went for 17 runs in his only over that he bowled, and that was the first. He'll have to redeem himself in his second spell. This is in the air, but over covers. Something needs to give if you're UAE.
Yeah, to be fair, it does look like a very good batting wicket. So UAE are not completely out of it. That little bit of juice that this pitch had a couple of nights ago has certainly dried out, baking under the summer sun and doing really well. This pair up top, remember 90 was the opening stand, so they've maintained that good tempo in this batting partnership as well. Shanto already a 6 to his name. Will he be looking to target Matiullah? There is a deep mid-wicket, deep square leg in position for that pickup shot. Mid-off is in the circle though.
That goes past mid-off and that'll be 4. Stood tall, got on top of that one. Stand and deliver. Shanto's looking $1 million in the middle. And both these batters are scoring runs at will.
you have the field set to protect on the onside, but you bowl short and wide. That was fiercely struck. Even a fielder the caliber of Wasim couldn't get down. That was an absolute rocket. Leaking runs are UAE's fast bowlers.
This one's up and over. Don't bother running. Go fetch it, says Shanto. He's finding the middle of the bat this evening, and he's making it count.
You are not bowling according to your field, Matiullah Khan. Mid of an extra hour up, and this time you've gone full and wide. And Wasim's frustrations are telling. Damage control is the name of the game.
Yeah, not much the captain can do. And now, after 2 boundaries being scored in the same region, the captain moves to long off. Matiullah, in 8 deliveries, has conceded 25 runs already. Make that 26. And that's pitching outside leg. They've got the runs, pressure is on the bowler.
Oh, it most certainly is. They're hurtling along at the moment. We mentioned getting around 200. I think 220 is on the cards here, and that will be a difficult chase. Good change of pace on that one, off cutter. Clearly pitching outside leg though.
And this is where I feel the UAE bowlers need to bring out those variations. Look at the projected scores, all over 200.
Yeah, ominous signs here for UAE. And Litan Das is well set now on 36. Will be chomping at the bit for his 12th T20I half century. 3rd in the circle, so they've set the field straight and deep on the onside.
Slower delivery, just over backward point. A couple of runs here. The batters are taking their chances. And at the moment, with the risk, the reward is also coming.
Yeah, even without much of a fuss, they've managed to take 11 runs off this over. 122 for 1. I think 240 might even be on the cards here, Mikhail, because they have a lot of clean hitters coming up next.
Yeah, and it's been that kind of an innings here for Litton, where he's happy to preserve his wicket and just play for time. And that's a very good sign. That's because the others can revolve around him. A calculated approach by the skipper.
Yeah, he's the glue holding it all together, isn't it? Matiullah, very expensive once again tonight. Punch down the ground and just in front of long off. Had to bail out of the catch. That was the kind of half chance UAE needed to go their way. 12 gone, 123 for 1 Bangladesh.
কি মিশালি?
রাধুনি স্বাদ মিশালি, স্বাদ হবে দুর্দান্ত।
মেরে মিল্ক সোপার, এর মিল্ক লোশন প্রতিবার গোসলের পর আমার ত্বক রাখে নরম ও মসৃণ।
A view of the royal box there. Dignitaries including some of the veterans of Sharjah cricket. Mr. Mazhar Khan in your background in the white shirt. Why the worried face, ma'am? Unless you're a UAE fan. Shoaib, welcome and good evening.
Good evening, Neil. Well, the tap is turned on at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Runs galore from the bat of the Bangladeshi batters, and UAE have no answers to this high caliber batting lineup of Bangladesh. Yes, they've lost a wicket, but they're going strong. 123 on the board. It's just the 12th over. UAE in search for another wicket. Supporters in large numbers, as expected, whenever there's a game here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium.
Liton Das, 39 of 30. Will be on strike.
I love that authoritative batting that the Bangladeshi batters have showcased today. They don't really wait for a bad ball. Even if it's a good ball, they will punish you. Oh, look at that. Look at that cheer.
Well, they're enjoying, and why not? When the team is doing so well, they've won that first game. They're leading this 3-match series 1-0, and at the moment, ominous signs for UAE. There's some disturbance behind the bowler, and that's why there's a halt in the play. But we're back to live action now. Jawahirullah, his 3 overs are going to be very crucial for UAE.
Well, he picked up 4 wickets in that first game. Jawahirullah look to break this partnership. 2 experienced campaigners there. Yeah, even these two.
We all know about the man on the left of your screens, Mr. Lalchand Rajput, was the team manager of the World Cup winning side in 2007, was with the team when India lifted the first edition of the T20 World Cup, has led top quality sides as a coach, and now the UAE team is in safe hands, I must say. And with him is, on the right, is the team analyst, Manpreet.
Aerial, is there a chance? And taken. A catch is taken. Jawahirullah strikes. And this time it's a big wicket. The skipper's gone. There's pin drop silence at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium.
Well, breakdowns do lead to breakthroughs, and Jawahirullah definitely leading that chart, bringing that all-important breakthrough of Liton Das. He was looking dangerous, was looking to tee off, doesn't get the connection right, and Sagir, he's got a safe pair of hands. So he's not going to miss out on that. Wicket number 2 falls for Bangladesh. It's their skipper, Liton Das, out for 40 of 32 deliveries. It's 125 for 2.
জায়গা কেনার পর কোনোদিন ভাবিনি বাড়ি দেখে যেতে পারবো।
বাবা, তুমি করেছো জমি আর আমি করলাম বাড়ি। এখন থাকবে তোমার নাতি।
বসুন্ধরা সিমেন্টের দৃঢ় গাঁথুনি গড়েছে 3 প্রজন্মের এক ঠিকানা। শক্তির মানদণ্ডে উত্তীর্ণ বসুন্ধরা সিমেন্ট। বসুন্ধরা সিমেন্ট, প্রজন্মের বন্ধন।
ফ্রেন্ডরা খের বলে কয়ে আসে, ভাগ্যিস ফ্রিজে মাংস ছিল, আর ছিল রাঁধুনি রেডিমিক্স মাংসের মশলা। ব্যাস হয়ে যাবে ঝটপট দারুণ রান্না।
Tauhid Hridoy, a little over 700 runs in his T20 career, 3 half centuries. And his job would be to continue where his captain left from. You don't really need to spend in time to settle in on a wicket like this. Sharjah produces high-scoring games because the surface is so amazing. If you have a bat in hand, more often than not, you'll get runs on board.
Well, that's true. Historically, we know that it's a high-scoring venue, this one. And as you rightly pointed out, you don't need to spend too much time out there in the middle. You just have to back your skills, and that's what Tauhid Hridoy has come out to do. The platform is set for Bangladesh. And Tauhid will look to capitalize on that. A quick run, and he's off the mark.
Yep. One of these two guys now will take up the role of trying to get those big ones. Shanto on strike, former captain of the Bangladesh side.
Good over this so far. Mixing it up nicely, Jawahirullah. And that's what you want as a UAE bowler. You would want to mix things up. Variation is the need of the hour.
Well, yeah, has been amongst wickets. Jawahirullah Picked up this one. Looked like a tired shot there. Went on the back foot. The transfer of power wasn't there. With Sagir Khan at the boundary, you needed to clear that, and clear that by a mile. But mind you, the weather isn't really kind. If you're spending so much time in the center, you will get dehydrated.
Yes, the summer is already here in the UAE, and we all know that it's a challenging time to play. Even though you're playing under lights, you have to be at your peak fitness.
Yes, no, a little stutter and a single to end the over. 13 gone, 128 for 2.
ভাই কি লাগবে গ্যাসের ট্যাবলেট দিন তো কি লাগবে
ওরাল স্যালাইন আর করতে হবে না ফার্মেসিতে আমতা আমতা সুখিতে অর্ডার করলেই হেলথ অ্যান্ড ওয়েলনেস প্রোডাক্ট চলে আসবে আপনার ঠিকানায় স্বাস্থ্যসেবার সব সমাধান সুখিতে
মেরে মিল্ক সোপ বার এর মিল্ক লোশন প্রতিবার গোসলের পর আমার ত্বক রাখে নরম ও মসৃণ।
The skipper takes up the role of the bowler. Very first ball. Swung hard. This is interesting ploy here. Wasim takes up the challenge himself and says, don't worry guys, main hu na.
Well, Mohammad Wasim, the captain, has taken matters in his own hands. We know that he can bowl. He's bowled quite a lot in the domestic circuit, and he's decided that he'll bowl his gentle medium and try to stem the flow of runs for Bangladesh.
Yeah, good line there. Wide outside off stump. The wide Yorker is the new Yorker on the middle stump. And if you're able to do that in the T20 format, then by all means, take all four.
Yeah, that was a really good delivery, but how consistently can Wasim bowl in that area is going to be very important for UAE. Gets that Yorker right again. And these are good 3 deliveries. Every dot ball, rather every ball that's not been hit for a 4 or a 6 is a gold dust.
Well, yeah, so far so good. 101. That's how this over reads. Wasim, his jersey is a binary, 1 and 0, and that's what he's conceded. 1-0-1. Can he continue that?
Ensuring that he's got the right fielders in the right place. It's all about margins, this game. So before every ball that he's bowling, he's ensuring that he's got that field right. Goes full and on the stumps, worked away for a single. They're coming back for the second and will get them comfortably.
Well, yeah, 2 runs there, and Wasim wouldn't mind that. That flick could have gone either side of the fielder there. Here they're doing well. At the moment, a yard or 2 left. When a shot like that has been hit, it can cost you a boundary. 4 runs in this over so far. Oh, come on now. This is a loose delivery by all standards. Should have been punished. Lucky Wasim that he got away.
Yeah, I think Wasim was trying to deceive the batter with that slower delivery. It was a little wide, width on offer, but didn't have the pace for Ridoy to maneuver that in the gap. He'll get 2. He had to put in the dive. 6 runs of this over. not a bad over from Mohammad Wasim.
Well, 14 balls since the last boundary. Can he continue that? Can Wasim bowl a boundary-less over? Hriday on strike. Yep, and that's how it's going to be. No boundaries for 15 deliveries. Are UAE creeping in? 14 overs gone, 135 for 2.
নিয়ে এলো সুপার ক্যাশব্যাক অফার 1499 টাকা রিচার্জে 501 টাকা ক্যাশব্যাক আর 499 টাকা রিচার্জে 101 টাকা ক্যাশব্যাক। তো আকাশই জানে টিভি দেখার মানে।
জীবনটাকে জমিয়ে তুলুন যেদিনই খুশি, আর খুশির আয়োজন মানেই চাষি। চাষি সুগন্ধি চিনি গুঁড়া চাল।
There's some important conversations there in the Royal Box. In the white jacket, Mr. Mazhar Khan, General Manager Sharjah Cricket, in the blue shirt. We have Mr. Farooq Ahmed, the BCB President, gentleman of repute. Sometimes I wonder, is it always business that these gentlemen talk? Or sometimes it's just about where's the best place to get some biryani in Sharjah?
Well, I think the game is so intense. I'm not sure whether they're going to talk about anything else. It's about these athletes on display. Such a galaxy of stars in both the sides. Bangladesh, we all know, they've got some superstars in their squad. They take a quick single, and this is such an important tournament for Bangladesh as they head into some important matches, 5 T20 internationals in Pakistan, but also for UAE to be playing against Bangladesh. And I think a lot of credit has to be given to both the boards, Bangladesh Cricket Board and the Emirates Cricket Board, on collaborating and bringing us this great tournament for all of us to witness and enjoy.
Well, indeed, collaboration is the name of the game. Coming together, get an opportunity. 2022, Bangladesh had come in to play against UAE. 2 T20 internationals.
And this time it's even better. We've got 3 T20 internationals.
Can't complain.
Not at all. I'm sure the fans are thrilled. That's Khalid Shah, part of the Sharjah administration, also part of the UAE team, has played for UAE. Stylish left-handed batter, and he is going to be rooting for his home team here. Looks a little tensed.
Yeah, pensive is the word. Probably has been told to look that way so that, yeah, he looks the part. This is a fantastic guy. All right, a full toss there. Not being punished. I like the way the runs have been stemmed, the flow of runs. No boundaries in almost 20 deliveries. Which also tells you that Bangladesh is now looking for momentum after the fall of Liton Das's wicket.
Nicely bowled. UAE clawing their way back into the game, over by over. They've definitely restricted these two batters. They've not been able to find those boundaries as consistently as they were a few overs ago. 20 balls since the last boundary. That tells you a story.
Yeah, for the ones who love numbers, that's a little over 3 overs. Simplifying cricketing math. 139 for 2. Oh, we were talking about boundary-less overs, and there it is. Tauhid Hriday smacks one for a maximum to get done with the 15th. 145 for 2.
ম্যাজিক হার্বাল টুথপেস্ট এর শক্তিশালী 14টি হার্বাল উপাদান দূর করে দুর্গন্ধ সৃষ্টিকারী দাঁতের সমস্যা কোনো কৃত্রিম রং ফ্লেভার ছাড়াই।
ইয়েস, চলেন আজকে একটা ম্যাজিক দেখাই।
কোথায় হামলা করা যায়? কোথায় হামলা করা যায়? এই বিষয় ঢুকো, এই
বাসায় তো ঢোকায় যাবে না। ডেঙ্গু, ম্যালেরিয়া, চিকনগুনিয়া মশা সহ সব মশার বিরুদ্ধে সুরক্ষা দিতে এলো এক্সট্রিম অ্যারোসল। বসুন্ধরা এক্সট্রিম অ্যারোসল, মশার বিরুদ্ধে এক্সট্রিম সুরক্ষা।
ক্যাম্পাস কিংবা হলে ক্ষুধা পেলেই চলে। টেস্টিং সল্ট মুক্ত দারুণ স্বাদের চপস্টিক।
সবার জন্যই ভালো চপস্টিক ইনস্ট্যান্ট নুডলস।
YouTube channel and answer this question. What is Bangladesh's highest score in T20 internationals? And if you're someone whose memory doesn't serve you right, there's something which is called as Google.
Well, Neil is already at it. A full toss from Mohammad Wasim. He's come out to bowl his second over. Hasn't bowled in the international arena, Wasim, for some time. Don't remember the last time he came in to bowl, but like I said, desperate times call for desperate measures, and Wasim has taken that responsibility. He's bowled well so far. 8 runs in his 7 deliveries. Can he produce a wicket here?
Well, you're always challenging to come back and find momentum, especially when you're not done at the international level, but Wasim is the champion. Up in the air, there's a chance. Can Wasim get a wicket? Oh, this one will land safe.
Yeah, towards cow corner. 2 fielders converging. Rahul Chopra from mid-wicket. Sagir Khan from long on. Couldn't reach the ball, Sagir. Eyes on the ball, but just not able to get close enough. Couple of runs added to the total. 148 on the board, inching towards 150. This is the 16th over. Well, some movement yet again near the side screen, and Tauhid Ridoy decides to wait. It's a big distraction, especially for the batter. You don't want any movement whatsoever behind the bowler's arm.
A helicopter coming in, takes off and lands well, just inches outside the boundary line for a boundary for Tauhid Ridoy.
Missed his mark yet again. Wasim was in search for the Yorker. It's been placed well in the gap. Great use of the hands. Placement impeccable. And the result is 4 runs. The 150 comes up for Bangladesh with that boundary.
There was a very tiny lull period of about a little over 3 overs when no boundaries were hit. And just after that, the momentum has snuck in back. He goes up, aerial, and gets a maximum. Tauhid Ridoy is now making his own tunes.
A bit too predictable from Mohammad Wasim, time and time again, missing his mark. But Tauhid Ridoy, he's not going to miss out on every opportunity presented to him. Gets underneath that and launches it. Goes ballistic, goes the distance, and the result is 6 runs.
And there's very little margin of error when you're trying to bowl the Yorkers. Slightly full, you're giving a juicy low full toss, slightly short. There's a half volley to be devoured. 28 of 13, Ridoy has turned up the heat.
The momentum now with Bangladesh. 158. Goes full and wide this time. Much better from Mohammad Wasim.
You need to change your lines, you need to change your lengths. He does back his skills, his abilities to bowl those Yorkers. Sometimes, when you're bowling at that pace, you need to be very, very calculative. Last ball. And that should be a single. They're going for the second. And they'll get it comfortably. 16 gone. It's 160 for 2.
জায়গা কেনার পর কোনোদিন ভাবিনি বাড়ি দেখে যেতে পারবো।
বাবা, তুমি করেছো জমি আর আমি করলাম বাড়ি। এখন থাকবে তোমার নাতি।
বসুন্ধরা সিমেন্টের দৃঢ় গাঁথুনি গড়েছে 3 প্রজন্মের এক ঠিকানা। শক্তির মানদণ্ডে উত্তীর্ণ বসুন্ধরা সিমেন্ট। বসুন্ধরা সিমেন্ট, প্রজন্মের বন্ধন।
সবজি খেয়ে মনে বাজে তালি।
কি মিশালি?
রাঁধুনি শাক মিশালি, স্বাদ হবে দুর্দান্ত।
Whose hard work strengthens our nation's economy. We'll talk about hard work. The Bangladeshi batters are putting in all the hard work and the hard yards, and the fans are ecstatic as well. Good evening once again into the back end of this innings, and a very warm welcome to Mohammad Rashid as well.
Good evening, Mikhail. Interesting. Last 4 overs to go here. Bangladesh are on 160 for 2. Shanta on 26 of 16, 30 of 15 for Ridoy. Both of them have really turned it on in the last few overs. They've produced some good boundaries, and they've made sure that the momentum is with Bangladesh towards the end of the innings.
Yeah, 2 firecracker batters in the middle at this stage, and both looking set.
Yeah, good signs this for Bangladesh. Remember, they have 8 wickets in hand. A lot of trouble for UAE bowlers. They haven't been up to the standards, I feel, today. They've given away a lot of loose deliveries to these Bangladesh batters.
Need to be more tidy. Javadullah was just not happy with that. And Rashid, having a look at Mohammad Wasim come on to bowl. I've not seen him bowl much in T20 International. Was that a rare sight?
Well, yes, I think he hasn't bowled I haven't seen him bowl too much in T20 internationals. That's the last delivery for you. Good variation shown by Javadullah. Aryansh behind the stumps needs to do better. Yeah, coming back to that Mohammad Wasim question, I think it was just because he needed a couple of overs to cover up for the other bowlers who haven't done well. Did bowl a good first over, but the second one went for a few runs. Oh, that's a quick delivery. Gets the top half of the bat, but lands safely. Will only be a single. This is what UAE haven't done too often. They haven't shown a lot of variation in their bowling. They haven't been confident, I feel. And also, they haven't been able to keep the same batter on strike for a consistent period of time. They've allowed those singles to come in right from the start. And that, I think, has been a major problem for them.
No, you made a good point of Mohammad Wasim filling in for someone. That's because he filled in for Matiullah Khan, who gave 30 runs in his 2 overs. You now have Javadullah and Sagir Khan with their 2 overs each, so which means they'll finish off the final 4.
Hopefully they do well in this back end of the innings, because UAE are staring at close to 200 runs at the moment. Good slower delivery once again, nicely improvised by Ridoy. Drills that down towards deep third. They'll pick up a single. Now this is where your variation comes into play. Remember, Sagir is debuting today. It's his first game, and that's a lot of responsibility on you as a bowler. Normally he bowls in the middle periods, but because he needs to cover up for somebody like Matiullah, so he'll have to bowl at the back end of the innings. That might just put a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah, and just going by the 2 overs of Matiullah Khan and 2 overs of Mohammad Wasim, together they gave 52 runs in their 4 overs, going wicketless. I'm not too sure how much the plan has worked over here, but yeah, Bangladesh have enjoyed. That will be given as wide.
A quick bumper there from Javadullah. Yeah, the plans didn't work for UAE since the start of the innings. Right in that first over, Matiullah gave away 17 runs. And I think that is where Bangladesh really capitalized. That's the short delivery once again. Clearly way over his head. It's an easy decision there for the umpire. Now, this is something UAE have done well in this game today. They haven't leaked too many extras.
Slow delivery, waited on this one. Straight to the fielder at deep point. Javadullah strikes once again. He's been amongst wickets. His 6th in the tournament so far. And yet again, he's doing the job for his captain.
That ploy to go with the slower delivery has worked for Javadullah. That was a good change of pace. Nothing wrong with the front foot. Way behind the crease line. Outside off stump, slower delivery. You have to put in a lot of power behind that. And a good catch taken by Dhruv Prasher. Shanta gone after scoring 27 of 19 deliveries. Been a good knock. Bangladesh lose their 3rd wicket. It's 163 on the board.
ম্যাজিক হার্বাল টুথপেস্ট এর শক্তিশালী 14টি হার্বাল উপাদান দূর করে দুর্গন্ধ সৃষ্টিকারী দাঁতের সমস্যা কোনো কৃত্রিম রং ফ্লেভার ছাড়াই।
ইয়েস, চলেন আজকে একটা ম্যাজিক দেখাই।
বাইরে সহজ সরল মানুষ ভাইয়া জিঞ্জিরা টিভি ধরায় দিতে হবে।
দেশের যে কোনো প্রান্তে ঝকঝকে ছবি আর ক্রিস্টাল ক্লিয়ার সাউন্ডের বেস্ট এক্সপিরিয়েন্স পাবেন একমাত্র আকাশ ডিজিটাল টিভি। শুধুমাত্র আকাশই জানে টিভি দেখার মানে।
জীবনটাকে জমিয়ে তুলুন যেদিনই খুশি, আর খুশির আয়োজন মানেই চাষি। চাষি সুগন্ধি চিনি গুঁড়া চাল।
Giacarelli makes his way to the middle. The wicket-keeper batter, another very powerful strike rater. Strike rate of 120, good striker of the ball. 24 matches for him. And immediately he's off the mark as well. Busy cricketers, most of these Bangladeshi batters.
Yeah, and a very good platform for somebody like Giacarelli to come in towards the fag end of the innings. He's got 3 more overs to go. He can go big. Like you mentioned, good strike rate of over 120. And they would want to make sure that they get those quick runs. That's a slower delivery once again. The last wicket that fell was in the air for quite a bit of time, but safe catch taken by Dhruv Parashar. Barring that first drop catch by UAE, they've done well in the field, I feel. It's just about being consistent with your line of length, and plan B for the bowlers, that hasn't come through for UAE.
Yeah, the change-ups will come in very handy on the surface, and that's why I feel more of this needs to be used in the final overs. Rashid, good over this for UAE. A wicket and a couple of runs, 165 for 3.
নিয়ে এলো সুপার ক্যাশব্যাক অফার। 1499 টাকা রিচার্জে 501 টাকা ক্যাশব্যাক, আর 499 টাকা রিচার্জে 101 টাকা ক্যাশব্যাক। তো আকাশে জানে টিভি দেখার মানে।
বসুন্ধরা টিস্যু দেশের কোটি মানুষের আস্থার প্রতীক। ভোক্তাদের নিরন্তর ভালোবাসা ও আস্থায় টানা 7ম-বারের মতো বেস্ট টিস্যু পেপার ব্র্যান্ড হিসেবে স্বীকৃতি পেয়েছে বসুন্ধরা টিস্যু।
Well, that's a batting card for Bangladesh. All the top 4 batters getting runs. That is a good sign for Bangladesh. Just 6 extras. That is what has been impressive for me by UAE. Remember, they gave away 21 in the previous game. So that is something they worked on, and they've changed it around. And also, I feel that the bowlers, somebody like Jawadullah, who did well in that first game as well, now he's come back with a lot of variations. That is what you need as a bowler. You need to keep innovating. You need to keep changing and bringing in some new changes to your bowling every match, not be too predictive. Sahir Khan with the ball in hand. I think he's having a bit of a niggle with his groin or something.
I did speak to Mohammad Wasim at the toss, and I asked him few things he would like to correct coming into this game. He said the middle order batting needs to really come good. He didn't talk about the extras from the previous game, but I'm sure they worked hard on it. Like you pointed out, only 6 extras. So for starters, good start here.
Yeah, and also they've strengthened their batting order. They've come in with Aryansh, who's going to probably open the innings. He's an opener by trade. They've got Zohaib, who debuted in the previous game, in the last match he played, but he didn't really get too many runs in that first game. Now opportunity for him. Do they drop him to number 3 and open with Aryansh and Wasim? So that's a question that would be very interesting for me to see. And also with Saghir coming in, he provides that late flourish to the batting that they were missing in the previous game. Nobody to support Mohammad Asif in that previous game. I think that might just change for UAE. And if they can restrict Bangladesh to under 200, they will have the confidence to come out and chase this down.
Yeah, like you did mention that sometime back, that it's a good wicket to bat on. So if you're UAE, you'd want to believe that you can always chase. They were in the hunt in the last game as well. Missed out by 27 runs. It's the second T20 international of the Walton UAE versus Bangladesh T20I series. We have the third one lined up as well on 21st.
That's something that all UAE cricket fans will be very, very happy with. We all want to see UAE in action, and especially a team like Bangladesh who have done so well in the recent past.
He'll have to re-bowl that. It's a free hit on offer. A bit of a break means the momentum is also derailed, and so it's the concentration and the radar.
I was just praising them for their efforts with the extras, and the Saghir has just given a wayward delivery. That was... Oh, I think it just slipped out of his hand there.
And that's why it said, keep it low profile. Don't hype it up. Oh dear. Problems plenty. I just feel he may be struggling somewhere with that calf muscle of his, because it did receive some treatment, but there's some niggle that's bothering him at the back of the mind.
Yeah, and like I mentioned earlier, Mikhail, when you're debuting for your national side, and you have to really cover up for somebody, for one of your premier fast bowlers, and normally, like I said, was Saghir bowls in the middle overs, so you'll just get that extra bit of pressure as well.
He's covering up for Matiullah, who's playing his second T20 international. So there's a bit of inexperience in the pace attack. This one's picked up. I'm not quite sure he's middled it. Fielder coming underneath. Straightforward catch, but it's a free hit. So they'll get the second. Oh, good running and a good flat throw as well. And that should be referred upstairs. Good all-round cricket.
That's outstanding stuff by Rahul Chopra on the boundary rope, first taking the catch and then releasing that very quickly. And good work by Saghir as well. Remember, that was a flat, quick throw. They had to collect that and made sure that he got the bails off. Now straight away, Saghir, like you mentioned, I think he is having some trouble with that calf. Let's have a look at that run out scare once again. Good collection. The batter is not in the frame. This might be very close. In he comes with the dive. I think he's a goner. I think he's a goner there, Mikhail.
Need to go a few frames behind to confirm if that's a brilliant piece of fielding. Great work by Saghir as well. He had to get behind the stumps. Oh, this is a close call. I'm glad I'm not the TV umpire. Akbar Ali Khan, over to you.
Well, that's a very, very close call. I'll have to eat my words. I thought that was a goner there. But good work done with that dive. I think that's what might just save him there. One frame. I think just one frame.
And UAE will not want to frame this, Rashid. I reckon he's just made it. Remember, the dive makes so much of a difference. Full stretch dive. Great work by Saghir. Wonderful throw from the deep. But then you've got to believe that the batter will just survive and live to fight another day.
Let's wait for the official confirmation. Not out is the signal, so we'll get 2 runs instead. But that was a good free hit delivery. Remember, Saghir Khan was bowling a free hit delivery on that occasion. Some repair work going on for Saghir Khan with his calf. But you're right, I think he has been having some trouble with that. And that might just come into his bowling as well. Remember, he's bowling the 18th over of the innings.
You made a good point there, Rashid, which means he'll have to come back to bowl the 20th. And if he cannot, then who's going to come in place of him? Will it be Mohammad Wasim or will it be Matiullah Khan? Both have gone for runs.
Well, I think Mohammad Wasim would be a better option, given that he's bowled a very good first over. Matiullah in both the overs has leaked runs. 17 in the first, 13 in the second, and he's been wicketless. And he hasn't looked he hasn't looked dangerous in this innings, I think. Slower delivery, that's uppishly played. Fielders trying to get to it, but will fall beyond them. They'll pick up a couple more runs. Excellent running between the wickets. In all this commotion, we haven't spoken about how well Bangladesh have run between the wickets, how well they've batted. Take nothing away from them.
And that's why I keep saying this. This is the brave new face of Bangladesh cricket. You could hear it from the stump mic. 2-2-2. Jakir is pushing his partner. Look at that. He's waiting to see if he's ready to come back on the turn, calling him. And once the response is clear, they complete 2. This is wonderful cricket by Bangladesh. Urgency and at the same time great communication.
And brilliant match awareness as well. Remember, if you not get a boundary, make sure that you convert that one into a double. And that's exactly what they're doing. A lot of bowlers used by UAE. That's a sign of confirm. Meanwhile, this has been smacked all the way for a maximum. Just wait for the confirmation from the umpire, but I think it just landed on that Toblerone.
Yeah, it's clattered into the boundary cushions. And Saghir is struggling. It's very evident in his run-up and follow-through as well. He's just lost his radar. That was short. Invitation to go big on it. And the batter just helped it along. Just falls short on that occasion. Just reckon may have just bounced ahead of this boundary cushions. Nevertheless, it's a boundary. A lot happening in this over. We've seen a no ball, a run out opportunity, a catch taken off the free hit. And now a boundary. Yeah, there's the confirmation. 4 added to the total.
That's a brilliant shot. This has been a very good over so far for Bangladesh. Oh, nicely bowled and equally well played. It's in the gap, nicely caressed, piercing that gap between those two fielders. Superbly well. Gets another boundary. Back-to-back boundaries here for Hridoy.
Yeah, Hridoy is playing a gem of an innings. He's balancing his offside play with some good onside play as well. Hitting all around the park. This one just carving it between the gap. It was in the air, but it was in the gap. So runs coming thick and fast. And Bangladesh on overdrive mode.
And you feel for Saghir. I think he's just struggling here. You can see no follow through after he's bowled his delivery. So he's just holding himself back, and in doing so, I think he's not able to bowl his best deliveries. But this has been a brilliant over for Bangladesh. Slow delivery, pulled away. Straight to Haider Ali at square leg. They'll pick up another single here.
Rashid, I reckon there's a concern here with the 20th over. I'm not too sure if Saghir may come back to bowl the final over. And it'll be a toss-up between Mohammad Wasim and Matiullah Khan. This at a time when both these batters are looking dangerous. 180 for 3. Another 13 deliveries left. Legal.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what other options Mohammad Wasim has. Mohammad Wasim, he's got a lot of thinking to do. Remember, they were chasing 192 runs in the previous game, so not too far away from that. So at least he would want to keep it below that runs. Saghir with the last delivery of the over. Slower delivery, nicely bowled. Joker unable to get it away, but they'll still scamper through for a single. He will keep strike for the next over, but this has been a brilliant over for Bangladesh. 18 completed. It's 3 wickets down with 181 on the board.
ক্যাম্পাস কিংবা হলে ক্ষুধা পেলেই চলে টেস্টিং সল্ট মুক্ত দারুণ স্বাদের চপস্টিক
সবার জন্যই ভালো চপস্টিক ইনস্ট্যান্ট নুডলস
বাইরে সহজ সরল মানুষ ভাইয়া জিঞ্জিরা টিভি ধরায় দিতে আমি
দেশের যে কোনো প্রান্তে ঝকঝকে ছবি আর ক্রিস্টাল ক্লিয়ার সাউন্ডের বেস্ট এক্সপিরিয়েন্স পাবেন একমাত্র আকাশ ডিজিটাল টিভি। শুধুমাত্র আকাশই জানে টিভি দেখার মানে।
We have the contest rolled out for you, the Sports Eye YouTube Super Contest. Subscribe Sports Eye YouTube channel, answer and win a phone every 10 overs. What is Bangladesh's highest score in T20 internationals? And I'm sure all the Bangladesh cricket fans know this answer. Oh, beautifully done. Just how he moved, brought out the swivel and helped it along. Jakar Ali is now turning it on in the middle.
That was a brilliant shot there by Jakar. Like you mentioned, just helping it on its way. Sometimes you just, as a bowler, you don't want to bowl too straight, and that is exactly what Jawadullah has done. But good movement there on the crease by Jakar, moving across and making sure that he opens up that long leg position and smashes that for a maximum. These are important runs towards the end of the innings.
Outstanding hit. Pressure on Jawadullah. Concedes a 6 in his very first delivery. Moves once again. Hits it wide of the field at covers. That'll be a 4. 10 in 2. And Bangladesh now are eyeing the 200-run mark.
Well, that's another cracking shot there by Jakar. He's really turning it on. Jawadullah, he's under a lot of pressure now. Look at that full and outside off stump. Good timing as well. Remember, this is a very good outfield, very quick here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. No chance for the fielders. But Bangladesh have reached the score they scored in the previous game, 191 runs. Now they'll obviously go on to better this, and they might be looking at 210, 215 from here onwards, Mikhail.
It's been an animated Mohammad Wasim in this match. He's not been too happy with the few things that have happened in the middle. He's had to make a lot of changes in the bowling as well as the fielding. He's been busy, and the Bangladesh batters have been severe on the bowlers this evening.
Well, I think the plans were set, but the execution was a problem, and which is why Mohammad Wasim, you can see, he's been reactive, and that is one thing that really bothers you as a captain. A short delivery, that's pulled away quite nicely. That's bludgeoned for another maximum in the over. This is outstanding batting by Zakir Ali.
Oh, that's power hitting. So much of control on that hit. Incredible ball striking. Didn't move much. Shot, and all he had to do was hit it in front of square. Flat over mid-wicket. All the fielder could do is see the ball sail over him. And what an over this is turning out to be.
Well, it just felt like Zakir Ali was expecting that slower delivery to be short and on his body, and he had so much time to just play that and place it quite nicely. I've enjoyed the way the Bangladeshi batters have adjusted themselves to these conditions here. These are testing conditions, very hot and humid, but they've done really well.
Yes, finally perishes here. Soft dismissal to an innings that had so much of promise and power. But Zakir has done his job. Javadullah gets his man. They say revenge is the dish, best served cold. Third wicket for Javadullah.
Well, look at the front foot there, no problems whatsoever. Good full length delivery, inviting him to go over mid-off, but just couldn't get underneath that delivery, I think, Zakir Ali. And also trying to hit it too hard. You probably want to see that again. Right then, big wicket this one. Zakir was looking dangerous out there. 18 of 6 deliveries. Look at that strike rate of 300. Fourth wicket down, 197 on the board.
ফ্রেন্ডরা খের বলে কয়ে আসে ভাগ্যিস ফ্রিজে মাংস ছিল আর ছিল রাঁধুনি রেডিমিক্স মাংসের মশলা ব্যাস হয়ে যাবে ঝটপট দারুণ রান্না
মেরিল মিল্ক সোপার এর মিল্ক লোশন প্রতিবার গোসলের পর আমার ত্বক রাখে নরম ও মসৃণ
New batter in, left-handed Shamim Hussain. Oh, he's pulled that, he's swiveled and he's played it across towards long leg for a boundary. Good effort in the deep. But that has run away for a boundary. A very good first delivery for Shamim.
Well, this has been an eventful over. We've already seen 20 runs and a wicket. But the damage has already been done. Just getting underneath that one. Just using the depth of the crease, staying inside. And the 200 comes up as well for Bangladesh. They got 191 for 7 in the first T20 international. They have bettered that performance this evening.
This is outstanding batting. Slower outside off stump. Doesn't get a hang of that. Will be a dot ball, I think. But this has been a brilliant over. Although Bangladesh lost a wicket in this one, Javadullah gave away 20 in that over. 19 overs completed, one more to go, 201 for 4.
ম্যাজিক হার্বাল টুথপেস্ট এর শক্তিশালী 14টি হার্বাল উপাদান দূর করে দুর্গন্ধ সৃষ্টিকারী দাঁতের সমস্যা কোনো কৃত্রিম রং ফ্লেভার ছাড়াই।
ইয়েস, চলেন আজকে একটা ম্যাজিক দেখাই।
ফ্রেন্ডরা খের বলে কয়ে আসে ভাগ্যিস ফ্রিজে মাংস ছিল আর ছিল রাঁধুনি রেডিমিক্স মাংসের মশলা ব্যাস হয়ে যাবে ঝটপট দারুণ রান্না
Yeah, I'll take a look at the way things have panned out. Just 26 dots. Look at the twos, 11 and 18 fours and 9 sixes. Wow. 9 sixes reminds me, Parvez Imam who says alone in the last game had 9 sixes with his bat.
Javadullah was off the field. It was just field for him. Although he's picked up 3 wickets, he's been very expensive. Saghir with the last over. First delivery, that's gone miles up in the air. Who wants that? Saghir coming underneath it. And will take that. He's a brilliant fielder, and that's a superb catch to get rid of Hridoy, who was batting brilliantly on 45 or 23.
He may be having a niggle here and there, but his commitment is 100%. Saghir Khan, a wonderful catch of his own bowling. That was miles up in the air. In the last over, he was struggling, but he has come back well. And that was a skyer for a very long time. Airborne. And then finally he makes it look very easy. Jersey number 42 on debut has been amongst wickets. He's having a good outing. His second. Hridoy departs for 45 and 24. He's played a cameo. It's 201 for 5.
Center. Right arm over, 5 to play.
$201 for 5. Saghir with another wicket at the start of the over. That's a good shot delivery. Pulled away. Will be a single. Rishadullah will be off the mark as well. 2 new batters out there. 4 more deliveries to go. Last wicket was a brilliant one by Saghir. Trying to go across the line. Gets the leading edge, but that went miles up in the air. And Saghir kept his eyes on the ball till the very last second. And I think, like you mentioned earlier, made it look very easy at the end.
For someone who was ambling across when he was coming on to bowl in his run-up in the previous over, to quickly react on his follow-through and run for this catch and make it look easy. He's a fine athlete, Saghir Khan. 2 for 33. Can he finish it off well? Tries to bring out the reverse, but gets some bat on it. Shamim.
That's been a boundaryless over so far, the last one. They've got 3 more deliveries now. We were talking about momentum in the previous game. A lot of thinking to be done by the coaching staff of UAE.
Rashid, I just reckon Mohammad Wasim is already starting to think about the chase, not about the remaining 3 deliveries.
But momentum does help you at the end of the innings, and I think UAE, if they go boundaryless in these last 2 deliveries, they will feel that they've done well. Saghir has been phenomenal in this over so far. Short delivery, pulled away. Just falls short of Rahul Chopra at square leg. They'll pick up another single, so it's been singles all the way with the wicket as well.
At the time Liton Das got out in the 13th over, they were 125, going almost 10 and over. And in the middle there was a passage of play where they had really pulled things back. But post that Mohammad Wasim over, again they've gotten to the 10 per over mold. So Bangladesh has had their moments and they've come back well.
Short delivery, nicely bowled, be a dot ball. Yes, there was about 21 deliveries when they didn't hit a boundary, and I think that is where UAE had to capitalize on that, but they had given away too many runs, and that was Mohammad Wasim over, you're right, and that is where things started to go wrong for UAE once again. That's a good delivery by Saghir.
Yeah, you've got to come out with those variations. He's an aggressive bowler. On the follow-through, you could see he had a message as well to tell to the non-striker, stay in your crease. Once again, straight past him. They'll get a single. They'll finish on 205 for 5 in their 20 overs. It's been another superlative effort here by Bangladesh. This after they were put into bat, and they would be saying thank you very much, UAE. They've got the runs on the board.